I'm going to introduce you to the newest project for Chewy. Welcome back, everybody. It's Chad from The Right Line. Thanks for joining me today. I want to show you something cool. So last weekend, I was at the Table Mesa Jamboree for JJ USA. This is our 5th Jamboree. I've been coordinating for the past 5 years. Super excited. It's probably the best Jamboree we've had so far. Lots of cool trails. And JJ USA this year has a new sponsor. So this is Midland's MXT275 GMRS radio. This radio does require an FCC license to operate, so you will have to apply for that. The good news is it's a $70 license, it's good for 10 years, and there's no test. Show you what I got in the box here. I got a whole big old roll of coaxial cable, a upgraded antenna actually than what's in the box from the factory. I'll show you that in a minute. Oh, I was wrong. Here's the coax. Sorry, that's Ethernet cable. And then the brackets for the antenna. Box, it does come with an antenna, but the other one I showed you is the upgraded antenna. So this is the factory one. It comes with the power connection here. Now this goes into a cigarette lighter. I'm not doing that. I'm actually going to wire it right to my C6 under the hood. If you saw my other video, you know about that. Comes with the radio itself. Now the radio itself does have a USB charging port on the front. It's got a port over here for the antenna. It's got power cable, and then there's the coaxial connection right there. Got a really nice all-in-one handset with the speaker already built in. And this radio does have an external speaker jack available in the back as well. Difference between this radio and your typical CB is that your CB operates at about 4 watts. This operates at about 15 watts and boasts a 5 to 10 mile, I believe it was 5 to 10 mile range. The other cool thing about this radio is it can talk to the family radios. You know, the FRS radios, sometimes people use those on the trail. I can use an FRS radio, for example, on the trail while I'm spotting, and anybody who has a GRMS radio can listen to it inside their Jeep or truck or wherever they're driving. Now, this video is going to be in part the install into Chewy of this radio, but it's also going to be a little bit of a product review. Now, let's move on to the good stuff. Okay, about a week ago, I just built a swingway tire carrier for a friend, and he saw just in what dire shape my drill bit set was in. So he brought me a whole box of drill bits that are indexed, of course, so now I know the sizes. And thank you, Damon, that made drilling this hole really easy. Now, what you need to try to do is get this antenna mounted as high as possible on the vehicle as you can. What we're going to do is mount it right on that bolt. Alright, I got this GRMS radio wired into the last spot on my MLC6, and I feel like I'm spelunking here. Anyways, can't see it right down there, but there is a spot, trust me, where that wire has gone through the firewall. There's the wire there on the floor, there's the radio there. Now we just got to finish wiring it up, give it a shot. Alright folks, well there you have it. Got this Midland radio installed. Now, unfortunately, until my GRMS license arrives, I can't transmit on this radio. I could listen to it all day long. Now it does have a weather function on there, so of course I could get the weather, the NOAA weather channel on this radio, as well as the ham and the CB I'm running right now. Actually, no, the CB I'm running right now doesn't have the weather functions. Now I wired up this Midland radio to the last available spot I have on my MLC6. I gotta redo all those labels. This radio will be a great addition to Chewy. It'll give me just one more way of communication when I'm out on the trail. There's the antenna there. I can't believe how small that antenna is. Now, I submitted my application for this license for this radio this morning. After I get that license and I start using this radio, well, I'll definitely give you guys a review of what I think. So far to start, well, the installation was a snap. It took me a little while just because I wanted to get everything routed the way I wanted to and get everything looking neat, but I'm really happy with how it installed, and I'm really happy with how slimline the actual radio is itself. I definitely have to thank the guys at Midland for sending me this radio. I'm going to try it out for sure, and I'm sure it's going to come in very, very handy, especially at the Jamboree and on the trail everywhere else. If you're finding the right line for the first time, well, welcome, and if you're returning to the right line, well, welcome back. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure your notification bell is checked as well so you'll get notifications of all my new content coming up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.